friends, family, and first-time viewers. This is Mo Money Terry bringing you my new PICK-3 at a glance strategy that you won't find anywhere else, because this is of 30 years of playing PICK-3 that I came up with my own strategy, where you don't have to worry about how to learn the tic-tac-toes, the date sums, the grids, the root sums, the multiple different rundowns that they have out there for you to try to win the number, find out what number is coming the next day. With PICK-3 at a glance, I took 22 numbers and did the 111 rundown on those 22 numbers, and I have all 1,000 numbers and their possible combinations for you to just track and look and see what numbers is coming in your own state. Then I took up tracking the pairs. I put a strategy together for tracking the pairs. Also a strategy for tracking the back pair and the front pair and the single digits. That's easy to teach and show everyone how to use. You don't have to worry, like I said, about the tic-tac-toes, the date sums, the grids, the root sums, and the multiple different rundowns they have out there for you to try to hit those numbers the next day. There's no strategy that's going to show you what number is coming the next day. I don't care how they try to say that it is. It's not anything out there. You have to track the actual 1,000 numbers for yourself and know what's going on with those 1,000 numbers at all times if you're going to win and win big. And you're going to have to put the work in to winning. You get out of it what you put into it. So with PICK-3 at a glance, what I do is show you how to track your own numbers for your own state and do the workout for yourself. It's easy and simple to learn. But like I say, you have to put the work in. And with the PICK-3 at a glance strategy, by tracking all 1,000 numbers, you know that you're on the right track, because you have 1,000 numbers, and with those 1,000 numbers, you have, if you played a different number every day out of the 365 days out of the year, if you played them exact, you're still going to have 635 of those numbers that you ain't going to have no idea what's going on with those numbers. That's why it's imperative that you have to track your own numbers for your own state. If you're playing your own money, you need to know what's going on with the numbers that you're playing. I don't play any numbers unless I have tracked the numbers and know what's going on with them. I don't play my birthday. I don't play holidays. I don't play numbers that follow numbers. I play what I see using my PICK-3 at a glance strategy. And you will see the difference in playing when you do the same for yourself. You won't be guessing your numbers. You'll know why you're playing your numbers. And it's simple and easy to use, like I say. And now they have the wild ball that they're adding to the PICK-3. So it's really imperative that you track and know what's going on with those numbers in those PICK-3 numbers in your state. Because with that Powerball number, I believe, and this is my belief, they're changing the PICK-3 into the PICK-4 and making it with 10,000 numbers, and the PICK-4 into the PICK-5. Now it has 100,000 numbers, okay? So with that extra ball, I don't care what they say, it seems like to me that's what's going on. So it's imperative if you're going to win and know how to win. Know how to win, not guess how to win. Because if you don't know why you're playing a number, you're guessing. But with PICK-3 at a glance, you'll know why you're playing your number. And you'll know how to strategize and build a skill set with the PICK-3 at a glance strategy. All right? So just follow me. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Set the bell on so when I go live, you'll get an alert. I try to let everybody know before I come on, give them enough time to know that I'm going live. Pretty much I'll be going live. But the strategy is easy to use. I've had eye surgery, and I'd like for everyone to communicate with me through my email, which is momoneyterry, all small caps, @gmail.com. Again, momoneyterry, all small caps at gmail.com. But when you email me, please use capital letters. It's easier for me to read until I kind of totally recover here. So I'm trying to keep the channel going while my eyes recover. And now I'm in East St. Louis. I'm state specific. I was state specific from Missouri, but I moved to East St. Louis with my daughter. So what I did, I went back a whole year and tracked all the data from East St. Louis with the PICK-3 at a glance strategy and know what numbers that I'm playing over here in East St. Louis. Also, I have data for Missouri. So if you need any information for the Missouri data, just email me. But once you start tracking, mostly everybody in Missouri has the strategy and they follow me. Okay, so play them till they come, make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. Hello.
All right, family. How's everybody today? And if you're new with the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. I know I have quite a few subscribers. So I'm sure I'd just like to thank you for your support. Like I said, we're the home and no tic-tac-toes to learn, no root sums to learn, no grids to learn, no date sums to learn, and no multiple different rundowns. With PICK-3 at a glance, I take 22 numbers, do the 1-1 rundown on those 22 numbers, and you have all 1,000 numbers with their possible combinations. And as I developed the PICK-3 at a glance strategy, I found a way where you can track the single pairs, single digits, and front pair and back pair strategy that I added on. So with the PICK-3 at a glance, you can track your own numbers for your own state. There's no other strategy out there that's going to tell you what numbers are coming the next day. You have to track all 1,000 numbers so you can build a skill set and a strategy to winning the PICK-3. PICK-3 is the only one that you can do this on. All right. Now, also, I'm going to do questions and answers after we go through the PICK-3 at a glance strategy. Okay. So I think that works better. That way you can, if you're new, you can set your questions up on what you want to ask and make it simple and easy rather than me trying to chat through the chat. I know they say chat and where everybody can chat together. If you have something to contribute to the strategy or you use it, you like it, want to make comments, that's fine. You've had those bots come in with all their clowning, whatever they do. We're just going to ignore them. I'm not going to have time to be trying to delete them out and all that stuff. I think that's just foolishness. It's a waste of your time and my time. But if they want to stay on and ask anybody want to ask any questions, exchange with the PICK-3 at a glance, I'm sure I can answer them properly, and they will understand what's going on. But like I say, we'll be doing a Q&A after I go through demonstrating the PICK-3 at a glance strategy and how everyone can benefit from it using the law average. We work with the law average. What we're doing is lessen the pool of the numbers that you're going to pull from to use to win. Okay? And that's all you have going for you, really, is working with the law average, because there's nothing out there, like I said, it's going to show you what's coming in the next day. And with those different rundowns and things like that, they don't show you how to use all the 1,000 numbers to your advantage to winning. But like I said, PICK-3 at a glance, you have the actual number, you have the front pair, back pair, single pair, and single digits you can track at a glance and know what's going on with those 1,000 numbers. And that's what makes it, to me, a very powerful strategy. And it's being beneficial with me. And that's why I'm sharing it, because I know that I can share it properly and I can answer any questions that anybody has, because I put it together and I'm not following somebody else's strategy. So in Illinois, we had the 764 to come on evenings. And I'm only tracking evenings in Illinois. I'm state specific for Illinois. I was in Missouri, and now I'm in Illinois because I'm here because of medical reasons with my eyes. So, but I went back a whole year, tracked Illinois numbers, and I post those. But you can do the same thing with your state, following me and be on pretty much on target and knowing what you're doing. So 764 came in Illinois evening draw yesterday. So if you're not familiar with the 1-1 rundown, which you need to know doing the pick three at a glance strategy, I'm going to show you how to do the 1-1-1 rundown. That's the only rundown you're going to have to even worry about, because with doing tracking all 1,000 numbers, all those other rundowns are included when you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. So the 764 came in Illinois, and you're going to do the 1-1-1 rundown on it. So, and this is the winning number that came in for that evening. Also, to win and win big in pick three, basically pick three, you have to be organized. And pick three at a glance puts all the numbers in an organized manner that you can use to track and win. So here you go. You take the 1-1-1 and you're going to add 1 to each one of the winning numbers that came in for the evening draw in Illinois. So you're going to add 1 to the 7, you're going to get 8. 1 to 8, you get 9. 1 to 9, you get 0. 1 to 0. Well, 1 to 9, you're going to get 0 because you don't use the 1 in lottery math on the left-hand side. You just use 0 on the right-hand side. You only use that single digit. You're going to add 1 to 0, you get 1. And then 1 to 1, you get 2. 1 to 2, you get 3. 1 to 3, you get 4. 1 to 4, you get 5. 1 to 5, you get 6. And then you throw 11. And 1 to 6, you're going to get 7. Same number you get at the bottom, you get at the top, you add it correctly. Then you're going to do the same thing here. You're going to add 6. 1 to the 6, you're going to get 7. And you're just going to count straight down. 8, 9. And you get to 9, you're going to go 10. It's going to be 0. Then you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you're going to add 1 to the 4. All right? And you're going to count straight down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Same number you get at the top, you get at the bottom. With the pick three at a glance strategy, okay, what we're doing here with the 22 numbers that I call the base numbers, whenever your winning number comes in and you do the 1-1-1 rundown on it, one of those base numbers will always be in that rundown. All right? When you do the 1-1-1 rundown on any of your winning numbers that come in for the midday, evening, or whatever, one of the base numbers of the 22 numbers will be in that rundown. And as you start doing the 1-1 rundown and tracking the numbers in your state, it'll automatically, you'll know which one of the base numbers it is. All right? You'll know which one of the base numbers it is. So automatically here, I know that the base number in this rundown is the 108. But it's going to show on the base number, it's going to show as 018. Same number here. These two are the same numbers, just come in different ways. Because you got the, by this being a straight, it can come 6 different ways. This 764, it can come 764. It can come 746. It can come 647. It can come 674. It can come 467. And it can come 476. Okay? And that's the 6 ways. That's what they call box or combination numbers. That same number. Okay? It can only come 6 ways. So, but you're gonna find you're looking for the base number, and it's gonna be 108. And if you did the 1-1 rundown on any of these numbers, then that 018 would change positions too. All right. So what I'm going to show you, when you're tracking the numbers, you're going to have an app that you can use to do the 1-1 rundown on. It's a very good app. It's called PICK-3 Pro app or Blind Squirrel app. If you can't find the app, email me and I'll email you a link to the app. Okay? At momoneyterry@gmail.com. That's money, MONEY, Terry, TERRY @gmail.com. And I'll send you a link to the app if you can't find it. It's been a while since I've had the app, so I want to make sure everybody can find it. And all you would do, it's over a little bit so everybody can see. All you would do is that 678. Can y'all? Let me see. I mean, not 6, but that 764. You would put it into the circle here, and what you would do when you do the 764, you hit here, the window come up, and you put in the 764, and the window, and you're going to hit drop, and you're going to hit the 111 rundown. All right. The 111 rundown, all these are rundown. The different rundowns they try to use to hit the numbers the next day, or strategy hitting the numbers the next day. It's not going to show you anything. But with this here, by tracking the actual 1,000 numbers using the 1-1 rundown, you always know why you plan your numbers. You always know what columns the numbers fell off of. So you can make a strategy and a decision the best way to play your numbers and know why you plan the numbers and when they come in. You won't have to guess. So we're going to put that, hit just the 111. See here? And it's going to give you all the rundown numbers. Just the same numbers here or the same numbers here. You will always find the rundown number in these 9 numbers here, unless it's the rundown number itself. So if it was the 018, quite naturally, it wouldn't be in there. It would be all the other 9 numbers. Okay? So what you would do, you take, see where the 108 is here? Same number here. Now we're going to go to column, to the master sheet and find what column this 764 is in. Here is the master sheet. See if I can get a little bit more light in here. It's kind of dark. All right. I think that's a little bit more light. Okay, 764. Right here. This is the master sheet. And on the master sheet, make sure you all can see, we're going to find the 018. And that's column 7. 018. And you go down column 7, and you're going to find that 7. Here it is. It's 674. Same number. And you're going to circle it off the master sheet. Okay? You're going to find it's 018. It showed on the rundown is 108, but you're going to find the 018, which is column 7. Go down, find the 674, and mark it off, and bam, you're done. All at a glance. All at a glance, okay? Now, These here are the base numbers that I came up with for the straights. They can come 6 different ways, like I just showed you with that 764. How it can come 6 different ways. And here are the base numbers: 012, 013, 014, 015, 016, 017, 018, 024, 025. Give me a minute. I'm gonna let this phone number go through, run out. Okay. I thought I had it on silent, but it went through anyway. Okay. Again, I'm gonna call these over again. 012, 013, 014, 015, 016, 017, 018, 024, 025, 026, 027, and 037. What you're going to do is take these numbers, do the 1-1 rundown on all these here. I mean, these numbers, these 12 numbers, and make these 12 columns. That's going to be the start. All right. I mean, before they came out with computers, I did this longhand, everything longhand. Don't take but a minute to do it, because everything is simple. Just add 1 to the winning number, and go straight down. And here's, like I said, the 018. You find the winning number, and that's for any number that comes in that day, and you start marking it off your columns. Now, once you've done that, the same thing with the doubles. I'm gonna call them doubles off so you can make the doubles on there. Doubles come 3 different ways. And it's 10 of those numbers, so you'll have 10 columns on the doubles doing the 1-1 rundown on them. And make sure you all can see, because let's see. Is 001, 002, 003, 004, 005, triple zeros. That's column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? Then column 7 would be 011, 8 is 022, 9 is 033, and 10 is 044. Those are the 10 doubles that you do the 1-1-1 rundown on to find the winning number to come in if it's a double. All you have is those 22 numbers to look at. All right. Then, after you found your winning number and found where the column it goes on, that's for the 22 numbers. That's strategy number 1. We're calling that 20. That's the master sheet, which is strategy number 1. That's the first sheet I came up with when I started this. It's the first sheet I came up with. Then I was doing good with this sheet, but I wanted to improve my game and my winnings. I say, well, I need to know what pairs hadn't came in, so I know what pairs to play while I'm tracking the 1,000 numbers. So I came up with strategy number 2, which is a triangle that I put together. Let me make sure I'm in here. Okay, yeah. It's the triangle that I put together to track the pairs. So with that 764 that came in, what you're going to do, you have 3 single numbers, so you're going to have 3 pairs because you got 3 single numbers. So what you would do is circle off the 67, here, you're going to circle off the 46, which is already being circled. So right at a glance, you know that came in, and the 47. But you know the 46 wasn't circled, so you know it hadn't came in for the month yet of May. All right. So if you only had a double, which is only got two numbers, you're only gonna have two pairs. I mean, two numbers that are different. So, like this, a double or a triple. No, I'm off. I wrote something different here though. But if you got a double, like 122, what you do is circle off the 12 and the 22. Okay? The 12 and the 22. And then if you have a triple, since there's only one number, you're gonna say if it's triple zeros, so you know that double played with a triple, you're just gonna mark off the 0. Okay? And then here, strategy number 3 is with single digit numbers. Another thing I wanted to know when I was tracking in all 1,000 numbers, when a number was cold, I wanted to know what position that number was in when it was cold. Okay? But they always say, well, if you got a cold number, just play it with your numbers that you play or somehow. I couldn't figure out what they was talking about. So I said, what I do is start my own system here where I took 3 columns from 0 to 9. And when a winning number came in, I'd mark off like the 764. I'd mark off the 7 on the front, the 6 in the middle, and the 4 on the end. That way, I'd always know what position during the month all the numbers fell in. And the same way with the pairs, I always know what pairs played or not played. What you're doing is working with the law average to eliminate what numbers have played, so you playing the numbers that haven't played in order to win. Because you know the actual numbers that you're playing, not the guess numbers. Okay? And why you playing them. Like here, I realized on the pairs that 38 pair had not failed for 4 months. So quite naturally, I had an eye on that 38 pair and put it in my bucket list to make it part of my winning numbers. So when I hit, I would go and play that 38 and wield it. Just in case you don't know how to wheel a number, I'm going to show you how to wheel a number on a pair. On the 38. You're going to go 3-8, and this is called wheeling your pairs. So you see something that's good, you want to wheel it to win. 381, 380, 381, 382, 383, 384, 385, 386, 387, 389. Okay? So you would wheel that pair that didn't come in. And probably by tracking your numbers and building your strategy, you'll probably know what bit number to load up on by tracking. And I loaded up on the 3-8 because I realized that the 3-8 number with my strategy hadn't fell on the front and that 8-5 hadn't fell on the back. And I hit it. But you could play these 50-cent box. Because if a 38 ain't fail in 4 months, 9 out of 10, it's going to come repeat. So I would stay with that 3-8. Now here with the 764 where I marked them off, anything that I don't mark off the previous month, I would carry over into the next month. Like here, this 927 is my birthday. And I'm tracking that and playing that. That's my daily carry number to win with because my birthday didn't fall none in Illinois. I went back and tracked since I've been in Illinois and eliminated the numbers and found that my birthday hadn't played. So I'm playing 927, my birthday, and say that the 9 here didn't fall on the back end. I would be sure to play it as 729 and 279. Also, 50 cents straight or straight box, or however I want to play it, or a $2 straight. So when it comes, more than likely, it's going to come with that 9 on the back end. If it don't come, it's 927 with my birthday. See, I don't play any numbers just to be playing numbers. I only play numbers that I didn't track down and have a strategy and a reason for playing. Time is on your side. You ain't got to run chasing all these numbers when you're tracking all of them. You don't have to be playing every day and not know why you're playing these numbers. You back off, you strategize, you see what the numbers are doing, you build your bucket list of the law average of numbers that you more than likely going to fall because you're going to see them falling as you tracking them. Then when you win, you load up on those numbers. That's It's not how often you hit, it's how you play the game. You play the game to win, not just to be playing. You play the game to win, not just to be playing. That's why time is on your side. You got time to track your own numbers in your own state. Because these numbers will talk to you. Like here with the 7 here, with these single digits when I was tracking them, and I realized that 7 didn't fall with no number for a month. And when I was into that second month, I'm like, wait a minute, did I miss a 7 somewhere? I hadn't missed a 7. So, and then I was toward the end of the other month because that what made me look back and didn't see no 7. I had never scratched off a 7. So I said, wait a minute, 7's got to fall with something unless they cheating for sure. And they did. I said, okay, I'm going to play triple sevens. I'm going to play 7-7 on the front in Missouri and 7-7 on the back. And won and hit them. Because the law average is going to work, but you got to do the work and track those actual numbers. That's better than guessing any day while you track. And you'll see it and you'll know it's better. Because once you start tracking the numbers, you're going to see what they're doing in your state. Okay? Now here, another strategy tracking the front pair and the back pair. This is the last strategy that I put together, tracking the front pairs and the back pairs. Hope you can see them. The numbers at the top, the same as the numbers at the bottom. Like you got this 00 here, you still got 00 at the bottom, the 10 on the top, you got the 10 at the bottom. You're just tracking the front pair and the bottom pair. And I use that strategy for tracking triples. Pretty much. That's how I play triples. I do not play triples at all during the year. Unless now has fallen in November, December. I don't be trying to hit triples. Triples pay the less. They don't pay no more. And it's harder to hit triples. And on average, you're going to only get 3 of them out of a year if you're lucky. So I don't even, only way I play triples, if I didn't use this front pair, back pair sheet. And then, as you build your skill set and your strategy, you're going to see when's a good time to play triples. Okay? Not a guess time, but the best and more likely chance of hitting a triple. So on that 764 that came out in Illinois evening draw yesterday, You're going to do the 7-6 on the front, which just first time it came in, and this is a yearly sheet you're going to be tracking with. And you're going to do the 6-4 on the back. Okay? Bam, you're done. You didn't track everything it is to know about that number or any number that comes out. You're not guessing. The tic-tac-toe, the date sums, grids, the root, the date sums, none of that is not going to show you what's going on with those all those 1,000 numbers. It's like trying to bake a cake without all the ingredients. So why would you play PICK-3 if you're a seasoned PICK-3 player without knowing having all the ingredients to win? You have to have a total winning strategy in order to win in my book. Well, from my experience, and that's how I win. You have to have a total winning strategy, and the only total winning strategy is knowing what's going on with all those 1,000 numbers. Reason being, you got 1,000 numbers. You got 365 days in a year. If you played those numbers exact every day, you still got 635 of those numbers. You have no idea what's going on with them. That's more than 2/3 of the cake ingredients that you're missing out on to be able to make a winning decision. And that's a winning decision. To strategize and build a skill set. The only way you can build a skill set is actually tracking the 1,000 numbers to know what they're doing to win for your state. All the numbers run different from all the states. Certain numbers don't bring certain numbers. It's all the numbers. PICK-3 is 1 in 1,000. They random numbers. They just fall like that. And once you start tracking, you see them. They random numbers. Certain numbers don't bring certain numbers. If it do, you got to know that that number might come. That's all that happens. Okay? And when you start tracking, you see the real deal. You'll see the real deal. That certain numbers don't bring numbers. Lucky numbers and birthdays and anniversaries, you winning them, that's by luck, and luck runs out. But when you hit, you always got somewhere to go to get your numbers because you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. But when you hit and you don't know why you playing your next number, you playing a loser's game. And like I said, time is on your side. You don't have to rush to try to hit when you're playing those numbers. Just track. If you ain't playing, track, because it's going to be in your favor. Because I'm going to show you something here. And I've used, I know all, this is how PICK-3 at a glance came about. I used all those systems, all those strategies to win. And I realized I couldn't make sense of them. So I had to come up with something that I could make sense out of that was easily teachable, trackable, and doable. Okay? If you gonna be in this lottery game to win it, you got to know the difference between flips and mirrors. All right? Here you go. You got flips and mirrors. Flips and mirrors are totally different numbers in the lottery game, in the PICK-3 game. And you have to know the difference. When I started, I didn't know difference. I was interchanging flips and mirrors because I didn't know better. But as I learned, I changed. So I made sure that I wanted to make sure everybody knew the difference between the numbers with the flips and the mirrors. Mirrors is adding 5 to the 0 to 9 numbers. Flips is adding +3 to the 0 to 9 numbers. Okay? So you taking 5, make sure I'm lined up. Okay. You're adding 5 to 0, you get 5. 5 to 1, you get 6. 5 to 2, you get 7. 5 to 3, you get 8. 5 to 4, you get 9. 5 to 5, you get 10, but you don't, in lottery math, you only use the single digit, which is the 0. So 5 to 5, you get 10, but you only use the 0. 5 to 6, again, it'd be 11, but you only use the 1. 5 to 7, you get 12, that use the 2. 5 to 8, you get 13, you use the 3. And 5 to 9, you get 14, you just use the 4. And this is how it works. This number line here, if you tuck and draw a line and you put 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 on top and 5, 6, 7, 8 on the bottom, you just divided the 1,000 numbers in half. And you saying that the top numbers is opposite than the bottom numbers or mirrored the bottom numbers, okay? So if you said you start with triple zeros, the 499 on top is part of the top half of the 1,000 numbers, and you said 500 to 999 is the bottom half of the 1,000 numbers. So let's say, so that's why they're saying a 0 can be a 5, 5 can be a 0, 1 can be a 6, 6 can be a 1. A 2 can be a 7, 7 can be a 2. 3 can be a 8, 8 can be a 3. 4 can be a 9, 9 can be a 4. All right? Let's say you play 0, 1, 2 and the lottery play 5, 6, 7, which happens, and you need to know when that happens. So that add to your skill set. Because if you don't know what's going on with that, you're going to be totally lost. You ain't going to know why you're playing your numbers. 0, 1, 2 is the same as 5, 6, 7. Okay? So you're 0, same as 5, 5, same as 0. 1, same as 6, 6, same as 1. 2, same as 7, 7, same as 2. So if you play 5, 6, 7, and they play 0, 1, 2, they just played your opposite number or mirrored it on you. They didn't flip it on you. They mirrored, because people say that. They say they flipped your number. No, that's incorrect, because flip gives you a totally different number. This 5, 6, 7 or the 0, 1, 2 is not a flip number. And I'll show you that as we go further. If you play 2, 3, 4, and the lottery played 7, 8, 9, they just mirrored your number or played the opposite number. Vice versa. If you play 1, 2, 2, and the lottery played 6, 7, 7, they just mirrored or your number or played the opposite number. If you played triple zeros and the lottery played triple fives or vice versa, they just mirrored or played your opposite number. That's how that works. Now, the flip is just different. It gives you a total different set of numbers. If you add 3 to the 0 to 9 going down, and that'd be 3 plus 0 equals 3, 3 to 1 equals 4, 3 to 2 equals 5, 3 to 3 equals 6, 3 to 4 equals 7, 3 to 5 equals 8, 3 to 6 equals 9, 3 to 7 equals 10, but you're just going to use the 0, because don't use the 1 on the left hand side. In lottery math, you only use single digits. And 3 to 9 gives you 12. Well, 3 to 8 gives you 11, so you're going to only use the 1. And 3 to 9 gives you 12, and you're going to only use the 2. Okay? You're going to only use the 2. Now, so in saying that, if you had that grid lined up like this, 0, 1, 2 don't equal the 5, 6, 7. They ain't flip the number. They always mirror it if you get the 5, 6, 7. Now here's the flip number of 0, 1, 2 is 3, 4, 5. Okay? Because a 0 is a 3, a 1 is a 4, and a 2 is a 5. Okay? That's what you have there. And there's no next day winning strategy. You got to track your own numbers for your own state. You don't look for patterns. In this PICK-3 game, you look for trends. And the only way you're going to find a trend is to be tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. Patterns is something that you figure you'll use every time and it'll work. The pattern would be like if 1, 2, 3 come in, you're gonna say that every time you see a 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, you play 5, 6, 7. That's what you call a pattern. It don't work like that. But with a trend, you follow the actual 1,000 numbers, and when you'll see that a 38 ain't failed, and working with the law of average ain't failed in 4 months or 5 months, you know that's a something you can put money on. That by law of average, that number got to come out, unless they cheat. If you get, if a pair don't come out, the most I've seen a pair not come out is 4 months so far, and that's how 30 years of tracking these numbers. And you'll be able to build that same skill set and strategy for yourself for your state once you see your numbers working in your state with the PICK-3. PICK-3 is the only thing I specialize in because there's only one trackable, teachable, and doable. PICK-4 got 1 in 10,000 odds. You can't track those numbers. Nobody can without some kind of configuration with a computer or something. PICK-5 got 1 in 100,000 odds. That's 100,000 numbers you're trying to figure out. Like here. You got 24 different ways a PICK-4 number can come out. There's no win, no strategy, no win in that. PICK-3 is the one, if you're going to bet your money and play, is to learn. Because you'll know when to back off and pick up on your numbers, which is strategizing. Okay. And then here, they say you got the tic-tac-toes and the different rundowns that they want to use to come up with a strategy to hit the numbers the next day. Or then, like here's a tic-tac-toe. That's a popular one that they use. With any of those strategies, and you can mirror and flip numbers, you're gonna be able to find that previous winning number 95% of the time when you can do that. And here it is right here. Say if you're running a tic-tac-toe on this 901, what you're gonna do, and they use a +1 or minus. They got a lot of different strategies that they use to win with this, but it's always after the number then came out. Okay, we're gonna do I'm gonna do a Q&A. If you can hang in after I do the live, I'm gonna stay on and we can do a Q&A because I think it's easier to teach personally. For me not to do the chat. Now, if somebody can answer your question in the chat, maybe, and I would guess, but you still need to see what I got to say with it. But I have people that's been following me a long time, and they probably could give you the same answer that I'm giving you. Who is this? Mars. We're gonna do strictly a Q&A. That way, it makes it simple and easier for everybody. But I'm gonna explain this here. Why I say tic-tac-toes don't work. Pretty much is that, say the 901 came in and you do the 1+1 on it, going counterclockwise, you're going to get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And the numbers that you're going to get out of that is going to be about 12 numbers because you're going to do the horizontal. You're going horizontal here. On the 3, you get 3 that way. You're going to go down this way. You're going to get 3 this way that you ain't going to know nothing about them numbers if you ain't tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. Or you're going to get 2 this way. Or you're going to do the 4 corners. You ain't going to know nothing about them if you ain't tracking. And then, okay, you got, you're going to have 3 numbers here, 3 numbers here. You're going to get 3 numbers here, 3 numbers here you're going to get. And then, out of those 3 numbers, you're supposed to know what's coming the next day. Ain't happening. You know? It ain't happening. You're going to get 95% of those numbers that you get that next day, you're going to be able to find on here. So let's say you played those numbers, which I got here, off of this here. And then none of the numbers come up, and the number come out to be 9948. First thing they're gonna tell you is you should have flipped or mirrored one of these numbers, and you're gonna get 90% of those numbers that came out the prior day using this strategy. Period. Because if it came out 948, you know 948 ain't on here, but they'll say, "Oh, you should have mirrored this or flipped it to meet what this was." To me, that's just a backwards way of playing or gambling to lose your money. That's me. And that's why I came up with something that I could track all 1,000 numbers at a glance and made it simple and easy. Okay. And then they do the rundowns the same way. They want to flip and mirror in the rundowns after the numbers then came out. So that's why you have to have a winning strategy. And if you do win on these, it's going to be luck if you ain't tracking, and luck runs out. Luck runs out. Believe me. Okay. I just wanted to show that. I think I covered everything here. Now let's do the Q&A, everybody. This is the fun part. Okay. Mars, you said, should you always play a mirror and a flip on your number that runs? Hey, that's an excellent question, Mars. Let me show you how I play. I'm going to show you. And it's, if you've been following me, and no, the question of that is no, Mars. I tell you how I play it, though, when I do play it. When you're tracking, Mars, let me put my sheet up here. With the strategy I came up with, each one of these columns, the numbers all mirror each other, even with the doubles. Let me find in the middle here. Let me make sure you can see what I'm looking at here. Let me bring it down. I want to try to get in the middle here. This the 018, the mirror of it is 563. See right there? There's 129, the mirror of it again is 67. I'm sorry. Okay. There's 129, the mirror of it is the 674. That's how you play, Morris. When you track the numbers down, and as you start building your strategy and your build set, the skill set, only play after you didn't track. If a number in a column, and you know a column ain't hit, that's what I look for, because you'll always know what columns ain't hit with the PICK-3 at a glance strategy and what numbers haven't hit on that column. And if you find a number, a day played in a column ain't played in 3 months, and a number and its opposite, a mirror ain't played, that's when you play them. You don't play them just to play them. You only play them when you done narrowed the numbers down and you see at any time that on the doubles or the singles that the number and its mirror hasn't failed, then you play it. Because 9 out of 10 with the law average, one of those two gonna come out. Did that answer your question there, Morris? That's the only time I used to do that. I used to play mirrors with the numbers just to be playing them, but by luck, but they didn't. It wouldn't come out. That was luck. But here I know what I'm doing, because I know if a number and its mirror hadn't hit in 3 months, that's almost a quarter of the year, right? A quarter of the year. Then you know, law average, one of the two gonna come out. Okay, thanks, Morris. Any other questions? Yeah, no, I used to do that. I got to stop doing that. That's why I play triples. Last year, everybody's playing 777s like crazy in Missouri. Not a 7 to be seen, and you only got two triples midday and one on. That reminds me, one on evening, and that was triple zeros. Here, the way I play triples, let me explain to y'all how I play triples. If a triple ain't fail all year using my PICK-3, for tracking that front pair and back pair, and that's how I win my triples when I do play them. If I find out that this triple zero, let me see. Make sure I got it here. I'm gonna go in the middle. That way I know I'll get it. If I find out that triple two ain't failed on the front all year, and triple two ain't failed on the back all year, up to November. I used to start seeing if no triple failed during November or December. Triple twos is my numbers I'm rolling with. And 9 out of 10 they coming because I did that in 2022. Triple eights only failed one time in January and never failed on the front and the back all the way up to September. So I told everybody to start playing triple eights and they came in. That's how you roll your triples. You want to check the front and the back pair of a triple. If it ain't came in, it's good to go. Working with the law average. Triples, that's how you do triples. Don't play those triples. Don't spend your money. Put them on. Well, straights got like 1, 2, 3 got 6 ways to come. Then you double got only 2 ways to come, so it's less likely. And triples is the less likely to win on. And as you stretch now, it's gonna be times like I said with those sevens. When sevens didn't fall on no number for 2 months, I had to play triple sevens. I'd been crazy not to. But you ain't gonna see that with just the tic tac toe, date sum grids, and flips and all that stuff. And if you're spending your money, you need to take the time to track the actual 1,000 numbers. This is based off just like the guys on the casinos 21. When 21 only had one deck of cards and a blackjack, a guy used the law average like I'm using here with these numbers to narrow down when to bet heavy. He could memorize what cards was left in the deck. And what he did when the cards were left, he knew what was left. He bet heavy on them. And that's when he won and won big, and they banned him off the boats. So when they banned him off the boat, what he did was show other people and train them how to do what he was doing. And then they went on the boats and started winning and shared half the pot with him. So they ban you off the boat now if they think you count cards. And they got 5 decks in the cards now, and people still can count and win and beat them. But they got actual professional card counters now on the boat to spot you if you do. And this is all this based on we just working with the law average, realizing what numbers are more likely than not to come, and then when they come, we pile up on that number in your state because no state is going to run the same. That's what we're doing, working with the law average. And you'll see, you're gonna see them lining up, just like this triangle. Most of what you'll see here with this triangle one, with the pairs. Move it over. You're gonna see that the pairs that didn't hit the previous month gonna hit that following month or that next month. Most of them with this single pair strategy, you're gonna find that. Yeah. And it's so easy. It's probably one of my easier strategies that you can just follow on. But all of them, you have to work all of them in unison to see what's going on. And be a better player. All right. Any more questions? Thank you for that, Marge. You brought that back to my attention to show that. Let's see. Okay, let me see. Here's somebody's asking. Oh, okay, that was okay. All right. All right, family. No more questions. All right. Okay, family. Well, I'm gonna say this. Don't bring it to a conclusion. So, like I always say, play up till they come. Make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. And if you're tracking, you'll soon be packing, going to Lucky Town. Okay, Mars. I didn't see that. Okay, um, check. I got 1,300 videos. They will show you, and then you can leave a comment on my latest, the latest video. I'll probably get that, or email me at momoneyterry@gmail.com. momoneyterry@gmail.com, and that's money Terry Terry @gmail.com. It's simple strategy, Mars. If you seem like you're pretty seasoned with the lottery with your question, you'll catch it on like nothing to it like nothing. But take your time. If you got something you're using, go ahead and use it. But catch up with get your numbers caught up on, and then you'll switch over. It'll be a done deal. It'll be a done deal.